Session 6-4, 28th April 2022. Session 6-4, 28th April 2022. Quran, the Word of Allah, an elaboratory translation by ex-Brigadier Mustansar Billah. Brothers and sisters, we continue with the 12th Surah of Quran, Surah Yusuf, and with part 12 also, and we'll begin with Surah 35. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin with the name of Allah, who is most gracious and tremendously merciful. Summa badalahum min ba'di ma ra'ul ayati la yasjunannahu hatta hin. Verse 35. Then it occurred to them, after they had seen the proofs, evidences, indicators of his innocence, and the fault of the women, that he should be kept in prison for a period. وَدَخَلَ مَعَهُ سِجْنَ فَتَانِ قَالَ أَحَدُهُمَا إِنِّي أَرَانِي أَعْصِرُ خَمْرًا وَقَالَ الْآخَرُ إِنِّي رَأَيْتُ أَحْمِلُ فَوْقَ رَأْسِي خُبْزًا تَأْكُلُ الطَّيْرُ مِنْهُ نَبِّئْنَا بِتَأْوِيلِهِ إِنَّا نَرَاكَ مِنَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. 3:6. And there entered with him 2 young men in the prison. One day, one of them said, I saw myself in a dream that I was pressing wine. The other said, I saw in a dream that I was carrying bread on my head, of which birds were eating. Tell us the interpretation of these dreams, for we see that you are a man of virtue. قال لا يأتيكما طعام ترزقنا إلا نبعثكما بتأويله قبل أن يأتيكما ذلكما مما علمني ربي إني بركت ملة قوم لا يؤمنون بالله وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون. 3:7. Yusuf replied, I will, with Allah's permission, tell you the interpretation of these dreams before you are served the food you eat. This is part of the knowledge which my Rabb has taught me. In fact, I have forsaken the faith of those people who do not believe in Allah and even deny the hereafter. وَتَبَعْتُ مِلَّةَ آبَائِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ مَا كَانَ لَنَا أَن نُشْرِكَ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ ذَلِكَ مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ عَلَيْنَا وَعَلَى النَّاسِ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَشْكُرُونَ. 3:8. And I have followed the religion of my forefathers, Ibrahim, Isaac, and Jacob. Never could we attribute any partners whatsoever with Allah. It is the grace of Allah on us and the mankind that He has not made us the servants of anyone else other than Himself. Yet most of the people are not grateful. That is, they neither believe in Allah nor worship Him. Ye sahib sidn arbab mutafarriquna khairu amil wahidul kahar. 3:9. O my companions of the prison, are many different lords, gods better, or one Allah, the irresistible? O my companions of the prison, are many different lords, gods better, or one Allah, the irresistible? ما تعبدون من دوني إلا أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما أنزل الله بها من سلطان إن الحكم إلا لله أمر ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه ذلك الدين القيم ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. 40. Those you serve besides him are nothing but mere names which you and your forefathers have invented, for which Allah has revealed no sanction. The command belongs to none but Allah. The command belongs to none but Allah, who has ordained that you worship none but Him. That is the true faith, yet most of the people do not know. That is the true faith, yet most of the people do not know. يا صاحب السجن أما أحدكما فيسقي ربه خمرا وأما الآخر فيسلب فتأكل الطير من رأسه قضي الأمر الذين فيه تستفتيان. 4:1. O companions of the prison, here is the interpretation of your dreams. One of you would be released and serve wine to your lord, the king or master of Egypt, and the other would be crucified, and the birds will eat from his head. That's how your cases will be decided concerning which you inquired. That's how your cases will be decided concerning which you have inquired. قال الذين ظنوا ناج منهما مذكرني عند ربك فانساه الشيطان ذكر ربه فلبث في السجن بضع سنين. 4:2. Then to the one who he thought would be released, he said, mention me to your Lord. Mention me to your Lord. But the shaitan, the devil, made him forget to mention Yusuf to his Lord. So he remained in the prison a few more years. وقال الملك إني أرى سبع بقرات سمان يأكلهن سبع عجاف وسبع سنبلات خضر وأخرى يابسات أيها الملأ أفتوني في رؤياي إن كنتم لرؤيا تعبدون. 4:3. And one day the king of Egypt said, I saw in my dream 7 fat cows which were eaten up by 7 lean cows. Likewise, I saw 7 green ears of corn, 7 others dry. Likewise, I saw 7 green ears of corn, 7 others dry. O chiefs, tell me the meaning of my dream, if you can interpret the dreams. قالوا أضغاث أحلام وما نحن بتأويل الأحلام بعالمين. 4:4. The chief said, confused nightmares. We are not skilled in the interpretation of dreams. وقال الذي نجا منهما وادكر بعد أمة أنا ونبيكم بتأويله فارسلون. 4:5. Thereupon one of the 2 inmates who survived from the 2 remembered Yusuf after a long time, and he said, I'll tell you its interpretation. Just send me to Yusuf in the prison. يوسف أيها الصديق أفتنا في 7 بقرات سمان يأكلهن سبع عجاف وسبع سنبلات خضر وأخرى يابسات لعلي أرجو إلى الناس لعلهم يعلمون. 4:6. He came to Yusuf in the prison and said, O Yusuf, the truthful one, tell us the dream of 7 fat cows which are eaten up by 7 lean calves, lean ones, and of 7 green ears of corn, of 7 others dried up, of the 7 lean ones, and of 7 green ears of corn, and of 7 others dried up, so that I return to the people and let them know the meaning of this dream. قال نزرعون 7 سنين دابا فما حصدتم فذروا في سنبله إلا قليلا مما تأكلون. He replied, you will cultivate for 7 consecutive years. During this time, you should leave the corn you reap in the ear, except what may be sufficient for your food. ثم يأتي من بعد ذلك 7 شداد يأكلهن ما قدمتم لهن إلا قليلا مما تحسنون. 4:8. Then will come after that 7 hard years, which will eat away all that you had stowed, except a little which you may have specifically set aside. ثم يأتي من بعد ذلك عام فيه يغاث الناس وفيه يعصرون. 4:9. After that period will come a year of abundant rain, in which the people will squeeze the juice. وقال الملك ائتوني به فلما جاءه رسول قال ارجع إلى ربك فاسأله ما بال النسوات التي قطعن أيديهن إن ربي بكيدهن عليم. 5:0. The king said, bring him to me. The king said, bring him to me. When the messengers came to Yusuf, he said, go back to your lord and ask him about the case of those women who cut their hands, and ask him about the case of those women who cut their hands. Indeed, my Rabb has full knowledge of their plot. قال ما خطبكن إذ راويتن يوسف عن نفسه قلنا حاشا لله ما علمنا عليه سوء قالت امرأة العزيز الآن حصص الحق أنا راودته عن نفسه وإنه لمن الصادقين. 5:1. Excuse me. The king questioned those women, saying, what was your affair when you attempted to seduce Yusuf? They replied, God forbid, we know of no evil on his part. God forbid, we know of no evil on his part. The Aziz king's wife said, now that the truth has come to light, it was I who attempted to seduce him. In fact, he is absolutely truthful. In fact, he is absolutely truthful. ذلك يعلم إني لم أخنه بالغيب أن الله يهدي كيد الخائنين. 5:2. Yusuf said, by this inquiry, I meant to let him, Al-Aziz, know that I did not betray him in his absence. Yusuf said, by this inquiry, I meant to let him, the Al-Aziz, know that I did not betray him in his absence, and that Allah does not let the plot of the treacherous succeed. Brothers and sisters, Surah Yusuf continues, 112, part 12 ends here, and now we start with part 13. Now we start with part 1-3. وَمَا أُبْرِيُ نَفْسِي النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي إِنَّ رَبِّي غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. 5:3. Not that I claim to be free from sin, mistake. Surely man's soul teaches evil, except the one to whom my Rabb has shown mercy. Certainly my Rabb is forgiving, merciful. Certainly my Rabb is forgiving, merciful. وقال الملك ائتوني به أستخلصه لنفسي فلما كلمه قال إنك اليوم لدينا مكين أمين. 5:4. And the king said, bring him, Yusuf, to me, that I may attach him to my person. Keep him for my special service. When he, the king, had a talk with him, Yusuf, the king said, from now on, you have an honorable place with us, and you will enjoy our full confidence. قال اجعلني على خزائن الأرض إني حفيظ عليم. 5:5. Yusuf said, place me over all the treasuries, resources of the land. Certainly, I'll indeed guard, manage them with full knowledge. وكذلك مكنا يوسف في الأرض يتبوأ منها حيث يشاء نصيبه برحمته من يشاء ولا نضيع أجر المحسنين. 5:6. Thus we gave authority to Yusuf in the land to take possession therein when or where he likes. We bestow our mercy to whom we please. We bestow our mercy to whom we please, and we do not let the reward of the good people be wasted. And we do not let the reward of the good people be wasted. وَلَا أَجْرُ الْآخِرَةِ خَيْرٌ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَكَانُوا يَتَّقُونَ. 5:7. Yet the reward in the hereafter is even better for those who believe and are righteous. Yet the reward in the hereafter is even better for those who believe and are righteous. وجاء إخوته يوسف فدخلوا إليه فهم وهم له منكرون. 5:8. Several years later, when the famine started and there was no food available outside of Egypt, Yusuf's brothers came to Egypt for food and entered his palace. He recognized them, but they did not recognize him. وَلَمَّا جَهَزَهُمْ بِجَهَازِهِمْ قَالَ ائْتُونِي بِأَخٍ لَكُمْ مِنْ أَبِيكُمْ أَلَا تَرَوْنَ أَنِّي أُوفِي الْكَيْلَ وَأَنَا خَيْرُ الْمُنزِلِينَ. When he had given them their due provisions and they were about to leave, he said, bring your half-brother Benjamin to me next time. Do you not see that I give full measure and I am the best of the hosts? فَإِلَّمْ تَأْتُونِي بِهِ فَلَا كِيلَ لَكُمْ إِنْدِي وَلَا تَقْرَبُونَ. 6:0. But if you do not bring him, you shall have no grain, nor you shall even come near me again. قالوا سنراود عنه أباه وإنا لغافلون. 6:1. They replied, we shall certainly try our best to get permission from his father. This we'll surely do. وقال لفتياننا أجلوا بضاعتهم في رحلهم لعلهم يعرفونها إذا انقلبوا إلى أهلهم لعلهم يرجعون. 6:2. Yusuf told his servants to put his brothers' money into their saddlebags secretly so that they should not know about it. They should know about it only when they reach their family, so that they might come back. فلما رجعوا إلى أبيهم قالوا يا ابنا منع من الكيل فارسل معنا أخانا نقتل وإنا له حافظين. 6:3. When Yusuf's brothers returned to their father, they said, Father, grain is henceforth denied us, unless we take our stepbrother with us. Please send our brother with us, so that we may get our measure. We take full responsibility for his safety. قال لا منكم إليه إلا كما أمنتكم على أخيه من قبل من قبل فالله خير حافظا وهو أرحم الراحمين. 6:4. Their father said, he said, should I entrust him to you as I once entrusted you with his brother? So Allah is the best protector and He is the most merciful of the mercy givers. وَلَمَا فَاتَوْا مَتَاهُمْ وَجَدُوا بِضَاعَتَهُمْ رُدَّتْ إِلَيْهِمْ قَالُوا يَا أَبْنَا مَا نَبْغِي هَٰذِهِ بِضَاعَتُنَا رُدَّتْ إِلَيْنَا وَنَمِيرُ أَهْلَنَا وَنَحْفَظَ أَخَانَا وَنَزْدَدُ كِيلَ بَعِيرٍ ذَلِكَ كِيلٌ يَسِيرٌ. 6:5. And when they opened their bags, they found their money had been returned to them. They said, O our father, what more can we desire? This our money has been returned to us. So we shall get more food for our family, and we shall guard our brother and add one more measure of a camel's load. This quantity is easy for the king to give. And the last verse for today, موثقا من الله لا تعتونني به إلا أن يحاط بكم فلما أتوا موثقكم قال الله على ما نقول وكيل. 6:6. Jacob said, I'll never send him with you until you pledge in the name of Allah that you will surely bring him back to me, unless you become helpless. And when they had given their pledge, he said, Allah is the witness over the pledge you make. He said, Allah is the witness over the pledge you make. That's all for today. Please pray for me, Ex-Brigadier Mustansar Billah.